Hi everyone, my name is Amethyst and I just pulled a collective reading. And the first card that came out was the Three of Cups. But that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me because it typically means like celebration or whatever, collaboration. But we had the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Destruction, a need to accept that something is finished. And then with the Three of Cups being the first thing that came out, notice how the cups create a pyramid. And there's a light up here. I feel like this card's asking you to lean on the people that you know you can lean on right now. The people that you can lean on right now to help get you closer to where you're trying to be, even though you are facing adversity and you're in a lot of pain. And then beneath that, I mean, it all kind of came out at once, but the way that it kind of sat is what I'm going off of. Then the Chariot, the Nine of Wands, and the Ace of Cups came out. Here's the Chariot. The Chariot speaks to willpower, needing to have conviction, to keep striving for what it is that you're wanting to achieve or get your hands on. And then we have the Nine of Wands, standing tall in the face of adversity, even though you're stretched thin emotionally, mentally, physically. I feel a great deal of sadness right now. A little melancholy. Is that the right word? I don't know. Sometimes I use big words thinking that I know what they mean. Sometimes I use them wrong. And then the Ace of Cups. I have this like feeling of just not wanting to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear that anything good's happening. It's malarkey. You're lying to me. It feels like this dark tunnel's gonna last forever. I'm angry. I'm sad. I'm mad at the world, the universe. Why the f is this happening? Why am I so stuck in this place that I can't seem to get out of? I want to scream and cry. I feel annoyed that this is here. The Ace of Cups. The book says new love, so I don't know if this is somebody who is realizing that, well, I mean, this is somebody who's realizing that the situation that they've given so much to is over with. It's finished. And I feel like all of their insides are falling apart. But they know that now is not the time to get lost in those feelings, to not become held back by that darkness, to not let it consume them, to keep moving towards their goals with all of their belief and strength and willpower, that they've got shit to prove. Maybe it's that brings that in. Even though you're feeling all of that heaviness, all of that darkness. It sounds like a whistling. I don't know if you can hear that. I better close that before the dogs go nuts. I don't know what animal that would be. I heard that the other night, like really, really late. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. Man, my heart feels broken. Even though you're falling apart on the inside, you're doing everything you can to keep balanced within your mind, soul, and body. Detached decision making. I feel like when your heart's broken, it's a time to lead with your mind, keeping your eye on the prize, your mind's eye on the prize, and moving that way. I'm sorry about your broken heart. I can feel how heavy it is, how lost you feel. And I'm very proud of you for staying focused on what it is that you want for yourself. I like to wet all of my fingers. Otherwise, I feel like I'm dropping cards left and right, and it just gets to be so bonkers. Anything else? Where does the focus need to be? Nothing else is wanting to come out. Maybe that's it. Ooh, yep, that was it. Ten of Swords is right back at the bottom. I wasn't meant to pull anything else from this deck for you. We are going to pull some Moonology real quick. I'm ready for a glass of water and to go sit in a hot bath and maybe cry. Surrender to the divine. And you just got to keep moving towards what it is that you want. And go with the flow at the same time. Don't force anything. Now's not the time to force things to happen, but still take steps towards your goals. Laying the foundation. What was it? I did initially started with the Line Striders deck, but I felt disconnected from it, so I put it away. I pulled the Nine of Wands in that as well. And every time I see the Nine of Wands from this deck, I get, I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor. Feeling like a little kid. Don't start with me. I love that song. I love that movie, and I can't even think of it right now. I cannot think of it. Okay. Anyway, back to Moonology. Sorry. Squirrel brain. A new romantic cycle begins. You know, I was feeling like this was probably romantic in nature. With the most recent, was it a new moon? I think it was. I can't remember. But the most recent moon, I was seeing something about, excuse me, are you ready for clarity? Are you ready to see the truth of something? And maybe you're seeing that truth and like letting yourself really see it all for what it is, no matter how much it hurts. I'm gonna let that one come out. Meditate and contemplate. Okay. Surrender to the vine. Surrender to the vine. The divine. Be bold and make the first move. I love this card. I want this as a painting without all that on it, and I want it hanging up in my bedroom. There we go. Surrender to the divine. I like to check what's at the top of the deck sometimes too. Don't let your past hold you back. You know, nothing is yet set in stone. And a lot of the other readings, I had been seeing something about releasing the past. Maybe you're releasing that thing that you're finally getting clarity on. Maybe something that you've been in denial about. Maybe something that you really, really wanted to work out. And it's just evident that it's not going to. Surrender to the divine. And show the world the real you. Conclusions are within reach. Peeking at you. Oh, meditate and contemplate. I took the dogs on a walk and it was incredibly cold out and my face is all warm and red. And I'm ready to go night-night. All right, let's read these. So I want to start with Surrender to the Divine. Full moon as the kind of like underlying energy. 32. Personally, I get annoyed in moments like these when it comes to surrender to the divine. I get frustrated, like I want something to change and I want to do something about it right now. I want to take whatever action I need to take to have instantaneous change by 5 minutes ago. So I get pissed off. I don't want to sit and wait. I don't want to sit in these feelings and feel them. I'm uncomfortable and I'm mad and I need things to change right now. I want to be happy. I want to feel full, and I feel really, really flip-flop and empty right now. I don't know about you, but that's how I'm feeling. I have told my tarot cards or my tarot readings to fuck off before. Excuse my language, but I have, because it just wasn't what I wanted to hear. Climax. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some kind of change, possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. No, fuck off. I'm kidding. It's for the best. We all want to do what it takes to really help ourselves out in such a way that's for our higher selves. I don't think I know how to talk right now, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? We want to do the thing that's for our highest good. Even if we don't want to, like there's a small part of us that's like, I don't want to do that chore. I want to save that for later. Nope, now's the time. It's okay, I'm saying it to myself too. They're likely, tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They are very likely close to the surface no matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude and you will find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. I'm still standing. Better than I ever did. Keep it together, my friends. Even though you want to trash your whole house, you want to break stuff, yell at that asshole that hurt your feelings, don't do it. It's a bad idea. Feel your feelings, but journal them. Don't make a mess. Messes aren't fun to clean up. Attuned to the moon. I am getting the answers I need. I'm feeling sassy and I want to tell it to F off some more. A wish you made may be about to come true. It's make or break time. There could be a sense of madness in the air. Breathe deep and stay calm. You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. It's time to let go of the past and move on. Whatever. All right, show the world the real you. Fun fact, I'm doing this reading for both of us. When I pull these cards, a lot of times I am asking, what do we need to hear? You know, I've always been really surprised with myself and my ability to read my tarot cards in such a way where, like, even when I'm doing a reading for myself, to read the reading in such a way where I'm telling myself how it is, even when I don't like it. Because my goal at the end of the day is to do what is for my highest good. I have a dream life that I'm trying to make happen. I have goals, and I am also an incredibly emotional person who gets lost in the sauce of those emotions sometimes. Things just become cloudy and dark and I kind of give up. Usually, not lately, even though I want to. I want to real bad. Okay, full moon in Aquarius, ding dong. Wake up. This card brings the message from the cosmos that you need to detach a little from whatever situation you're asking about. Detached decision making. What card was that? Oh, that was Justice. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, someone might be keeping you at arm's length now, but it's no bad thing. It's important for you to allow life to unfold and progress, even if change seems like a frightening prospect. If you've been holding yourself back from showing the world the real you, this card reminds you that your unique characteristics are what make you special. In a relationship, are you being too aloof or detached? Go ahead and be yourself in whatever is coming up for you. Be aware of your feelings, but also I am sorry that I am not capable of forming my words properly. Please enjoy my gibberish to the best of your ability. Be aware of your feelings, but also be prepared to move on. Don't lose the beauty and romance of life. You are too much in your head. Get into your heart. A friend may need you. Be there for them. Which I wonder if that's what this means. I don't feel anything celebratory from that. I don't. I see people working together to get out of the darkness. A situation is going to take a very unexpected turn. Well, that doesn't make me want to throw up on myself or anything. We're going through this together, my friends. Every full moon is a time to release and let go, but the addition of Aquarian energy to the mix triples that message. It's time to detach. You know, I like to do this chakra meditation. I take a lot of baths. Like, bath time is my sanctuary. And when I'm in the bathtub, I make sure I don't take my phone. Don't take your phone. It's not a good idea. It's a distraction. You need you right now, and you won't have you if you're nose deep in all of those thirst traps on Instagram. Anyway, I like to soak for a little while, and then I'll kind of like hunker down in, and after dunking my head and imagining that I'm rinsing the worries from my head. And then I close my eyes and I take a deep breath and I breathe into my root chakra. And as I breathe out, I imagine that a red light is growing stronger and stronger. And I'll do that about 3 times. I'll breathe 3 times into each chakra. And on the exhale, I imagine that the light associated with that chakra just gets lighter and brighter. Sometimes when I'm imagining that, the color seems a little murky in my mind's eye, and it's like I'm breathing into it to clear it out. And another thing I like to do is I also like to think to myself, okay, so say that I'm breathing into my root chakra. I release all of my fears holding me back. I release them to the universe, and I invite in courage, and then I move on to the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is blocked by guilt. So I breathe into that chakra 3 times and I release any guilt that I'm feeling. And I invite in forgiveness. And then the solar plexus, I breathe in 3 times. And the solar plexus is blocked by shame. Feelings that you're just defective, or there's something wrong with you, or you're just bad, and you're not. You breathe into your solar plexus 3 times, you watch it get lighter and brighter, and you release your shame into the universe, or to the universe, to be transformed. And you invite in acceptance for who you are and where you've been and the decisions that you've had to make at different points in your life. And then the heart chakra is blocked by grief. You breathe in 3 times, and on each exhale you imagine that green light gets lighter and brighter. And you release your grief to the universe with love and gratitude, as it has served its purpose, but you're ready to invite in unconditional love for not only yourself, but those around you. And then you breathe into your throat chakra 3 times. And you watch it get lighter and brighter on each exhale. The throat chakra is blocked by excuses, the lies that we tell ourselves. Release them, your excuses, to the universe and invite in nothing but truth. Then we move on to the third eye. This color is indigo. You breathe into it 3 times, and on each exhale you watch it get lighter and brighter. This chakra is blocked by illusions. So we release them to the universe and we invite in clarity. Then we breathe into our crown chakra. It's a purple chakra. You breathe in 3 times, and on each exhale, you watch that chakra become lighter and brighter. And then you ask the universe, you release your attachments to the universe to be transformed, and you invite in a sense of surrender. Well, that was a meditation all on its own. attachments can look like wanting a certain outcome, needing to have something, when really we don't need anything. Being consumed, I think that goes hand in hand with fear too. I think a lot of those attachments are fear-based. So right now is a really, really important time to let those go. All right. I am really dragging this reading on. I apologize. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Ooh, how exciting. And if you're, I know I didn't say all of the colors for each of those chakras. So the root chakra is red, the sacral is orange, solar plexus is yellow, the heart chakra is green, your throat chakra is blue, your third eye chakra is indigo, and your crown chakra is purple. Enjoy my most favorite meditation. And it helps me sleep at night. It really does, especially after taking a shower and a bath and imagining that the water is just carrying it all away. Making space for the things that I'm trying to invite in. Full moon eclipse 96. I'm sorry that I made this reading so long. I hope you stay for the meditation. I don't want to be that guy, but if you're here and this is resonating for you, it would really mean a lot to me for you to tell me. I'm very new to this posting videos things, and I don't really get a whole lot of feedback, and I don't want that to be what this is about, because my goal is to help you move through life in such a way where you're still staying focused on your goals. But I really, really wouldn't mind a little feedback. It would mean a lot to me. Ooh, conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse, and just like that, a door slammed shut. Well, if that isn't on point. If you've pulled this card, it suggests that the situation that you're asking about that the situation you're asking is about to reach a peak. Sorry, I couldn't process what I was reading there for a second. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time, as hard as it might be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be key to resolving the situation in a positive way. It doesn't make it right what they did, but it releases it so you can move on. Oh, a good practice for when you are harboring resentment for someone, which it doesn't really make sense. I think it's Tonglen, something like that, where you imagine the person, you say their name, and you say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I love you, I love you, I love you, 3 times. And it's supposed to help with clearing out that resentment that you have towards somebody. You know, loving someone also doesn't mean holding on to them, you know. I think it's really important that we still love people even if we've had a falling out or if things haven't gone the way that we wanted them to. And the main person that it is good for, is you. It is an incredible ailment to walk this earth with a bitter heart. Even though you've been hurt. Cede control and let events unfold. Doors which slam shut now will not reopen. It's time for you to get back on track. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. Meditation, pranayama, and yoga nidra are all recommended now. Get that energy moving. Yoga is so much more than exercise. It is moving the energy around in your body. It's so intentional because you're breathing into the body with each movement. It's not just trying to gain strength or anything. It's about transforming the energy that you have within yourself. Full moons are nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions. Full moon eclipses are the same but on steroids. And they can also give us a glimpse into what Carl Jung, whatever, called the shadow self. Work with your darkness. Now is not the time to push away all of those dark and unhappy feelings that you have. I mean, don't throw them at somebody else that's not safe or healthy. But don't be afraid to hear what they have to say. Meditate and contemplate. Let's get moved on with this because holy macaronis have I dragged this on. I needed this reading just as much as you did. You did too. So I guess I should just put a sock in it. 64. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. Shut up, Amethyst. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestations of your dreams. If that all sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. Well, what? That's not what the rest of this reading is about. Be careful with that. Face your fears. They may be holding you back. This situation is being healed. It's time to surrender to the divine. Chant Om Namo Narayani. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. Throat chakra. You know, I don't know what that all could mean. I don't know if something new is coming in or a new reformed version of whatever the door closed on. I think that could be different for each person. Maybe it was the door shutting on an old way of being with somebody. I don't know. I'm not making promises because it's going to be different for everyone. Personally, I feel like I want to call in something new because it is really hard for me to think that there could be anything different or better with the other situation. And I think that this card is also speaking to the card that's at the top of the deck. Don't let your past hold you back. Nothing is yet set in stone. I don't know, friends. You're going to have to take this last part however it resonates for you. But just make sure you aren't willingly being deceptive toward yourself. You know, it's going to be really important to keep that throat chakra clean. And your third eye clean. Don't make excuses for your situations, and don't let yourself stay caught up in illusions. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth. Unless you've been kidding yourself somehow, and only you know if that's the case or not. All right. That was a really long reading. I am going to go get in my bath with Dr. Teals has come out with like a fall and winter set of limited editions. There's like 4 new ones, and my favorite of all time is the black cherry vanilla. And I'm gonna go get in that, and I'm gonna soak in it, and I'm gonna do my full body chakra reset meditation, and then I'm gonna do a nice little stretch, yogic stretch before bed, and I'm gonna go zonk out. I might cry myself to sleep a little bit, but I'm gonna go zonk out. Good luck with everything. I wish you the best. Be real with yourself. Be real with yourself. Be kind with yourself. And keep doing what you can to balance your mind, body, and soul. It really needs it right now. You need it in order to stay on track with what it is that you're trying to make happen, because we all have many aspects of our lives that we're juggling and keeping afloat. You know, we all usually have more than one goal that we're trying to reach. Financial, personal, romantic. I would say those are the top 3. There might be more. Those might be the only ones. Who knows? I can't speak for other people. But if you fall into this deep, deep sadness, you will fall off all of your other goals, and you will be upset with yourself. Good night.